Good morning, guys. It's 7 a.m. here. So today, my buddy, the Habibi, old shop I used to work at, he called me up. He's short-staffed, so he needs me to. He asked me if I can come in today and give him a hand. So I'm gonna go help him out since I can spare a couple hours and make a couple hundred. So I'm gonna show you guys some essential tools that you gotta get when you go do a side job, or in my case, we're at a stereo shop. So, all right. So first, we need our drills. We can get our impact, shove it in our box. Our screw gun. Let's check the top drawer. Shit. The top drawer is a shit drawer. We need nothing from the top drawer. We need our sockets. We don't need any wobbles because we're not doing mechanic work. We're just working on stereos. We need our ratchet. We're gonna need our tiny sockets, 7, 8, and 10 millimeters. What I carry. With our adapter. Where's our adapter? That's a good question. Where is our adapter? Well, I'll throw them in here anyways. We need an extension, a short one and a long one. Nothing there, nothing there. This is a very cool tool for changing speakers in the back deck. It's a angle driver, so you can throw that in there as well. A couple of unibits just in case. Some Phillips tips for our drill. I think that's it for this drawer. Oh no. Ford radio keys in case you gotta remove a Ford radio. Here we need our crimpers, our Nipix pliers, a razor blade, clip popper, wire stripper, a plastic panel popper so you don't scratch the panels. I'll take my screwdriver set just in case. This bottom one, we need our meter, so we need a fluke meter. Allen keys, Torx. Nothing from here. Soldering gun. Test light. And a battery. And that's about it. So you're gonna pack all your shit and go work. Alright guys, so in this Impala, you're gonna put an Alpine radio in there, along with an amplifier, a focal amp. We're gonna do kick panel speakers and back speakers, all to that focal amp. So yeah, let's get this shit going and see how it goes. I'll show you guys the product I'm using. So first thing you want to do is you're gonna start by taking this glove box out. We don't want to damage his original stuff, so we're gonna make our own to house the radio. Behind it, the amp. We're also gonna get all our wiring done. Run speaker wires there, some amp wires inside. This is where this comes in handy, our angle driver. We got a screw up here. He's gonna get it up here. Oops. There you go. That's why it's important to have proper tools. So we got this out. We're gonna put this in the trunk with all his other shit so he can take it with him. Now we gotta make the radio fit in here. So what we're gonna do is replicate this with ABS. We got some ABS plastic here. We're gonna make this same cage, not as deep because it's not necessary. So we're gonna make an ABS mount for the radio. is gonna be our bottom plate.
Oh, the heat gun is on.
The heat.
Yeah, but you bring the heat gun. مش هذا الغيران؟ غيران؟ صح؟
Right now I'm gonna do back speakers. One back speaker, 6.5 on the in the factory location. Solder all the wires in. Kick panels are getting wrapped right now in the same leather as the seats. There's a kick panel. I haven't installed it yet, so I'm gonna be nice and matching. Anytime you're working on a nice stereo system, well, not necessarily nice, but if you want it to last, it's important to solder your connections. You don't want to use connectors. Connectors go loose over time. They rust. I've seen all sorts of bad shit happen to them. So we're gonna solder. First, you soak the copper with solder. Make sure you heat up one side and it draws through all the way to the other side. That's how you know it's all nice and penetrated. Next step, put solder on your connections on your speaker. Build a nice little mountain on it. Then you set it on. You hit it. It's gonna melt both solders, the one on the wire and the one on the speaker. And then you let it sit. There we go. Both sides. Put a little extra. So that's how you properly solder speaker tinsel. I'm putting on it pretty hard. So this is going to be the back speaker. We're going to mount it and run the wire to the amp. So when it comes to doing power and ground 8 gauges, same thing, you got to solder them. To solder them, we get these copper lugs, strip an end out of the wire. Perfect. Ahora sí. And let it burn like that. Pull it and dump it in there. Let it dry. So that's how you properly solder these. I'd pull on it to show you, but it's hot. You can take a piece of heat shrink. We're gonna slide some heat shrink over like that. So we got both kick panels installed. I got my power wire, my rear speaker, and my side speaker, my ground as well. I grounded it right there. So this is my harness for the radio. Solder the ends, left the ground so I can put it to the chassis. 1.5 foot RCAs. And power and accessory to go straight to the fuse box. So I'm gonna go ahead and get those wires ran, and hopefully we can get some sound in here. Alright guys, so I was running out of time, so I kind of had to get it done in a crunch. But here's a review. Power wire, soldered copper rings.
Nights Live on California Country 100.7 KA.